Hey guys, this is the instructional video for the unit sales chart assignment using Google Sheets. Um, so I've put instructions on here for you um, to follow along for Google Sheets, but I'm going to create this video in case you need some extra help. All right, let's go ahead and get started. The first thing I'll do is download the sheet. I'll open it with Google Sheets. Okay, and as with all assignments that I've been having you do, I'm asking you to please make a copy for yourself. So go File, Make a Copy, and click OK. All right, we are ready to go. All right, first thing we're going to do is down here we're going to rename. We have three sheet tabs down here. We're going to rename our three sheet tabs. The first one will be Unit Call for column chart. Second one will be Unit Pi. And third one will be Unit 2 Call MO, like unit column chart with 2 months. Okay, so there's two ways we can rename a sheet. You can double click on the sheet tab. Okay, there's one way. First tab is called Unit Call. The second tab is going to be called Unit Pi. You can also right click on the sheet tab, select Rename. Okay, so whichever way that you feel most comfortable with, go ahead and do that one. It doesn't really matter to me. Okay. All right, so we're going to start on the Unit Call tab. Okay, we're going to create a column chart as an object in the worksheet. Okay, so whenever we're creating a column chart, we want to include column headers as well as the data that we're going to be charting. So our range that we're going to chart is from cell A4 through cell B7. Okay, then I'll go to my Insert tab, come down here to Chart. Okay, this is different. It's going to look different in Excel, but in Google Sheets, this is what it does. Over here we have Chart Type. Gives us all the different line charts, or all the different charts that we can choose from. We'll get into a bunch of different ones throughout the unit. For this one though, we're going to have a column chart. It's a column chart, they run up and down. Okay, so we'll go ahead and use this one. All right. Okay, first thing we need to do is we're going to change the chart title. Okay, so right now the chart title is January versus product. I want to change that. So my chart title is going to be Jump Ball Inc. Unit Sales. Now you can either change that over here in the title text, or you can change it right here on the chart itself. And I just moved that on accident. Goodness. Okay. There we go. Okay. Okay, so Jump Ball Inc. Unit Sales. Okay. And then over here we can select where we want that, if we want it centered or whatever. I'm going to center it so it will look nice. Okay. All right. Now our x-axis title. This is our x-axis. Just like in your math class, the x-axis runs across the bottom. This is our x-axis. We're going to leave that alone to say product, but we are going to change the y-axis. We want the y-axis to say units sold. Right now it currently says January. Okay, so I'll change January to units sold. Okay. All right, and these right here where it says sneakers, basketballs, and watches, those are called axis labels. And we're going to rotate those axis labels so that they're going to be in an angle. Okay. So to do those, I'm going to double click on sneakers, And come down here to horizontal axis. And here it says slant labels. For us, let's go ahead and do 30%. In Excel, it would be different, but for this, we can leave it like that. It's fine. Okay. All right. So there's our axis labels. Next, looking at our chart, we can get a rough idea of how much each of these columns is worth. But if we wanted to know an exact number, we would want to create what's called data labels. Okay, so with our chart selected, let's come over here to the chart editor, come to series, and select data labels. And let's position those outside the end of our chart. Okay. All right, pretty simple. So let's take our chart now, let's move it over underneath the our data. And then if you wanted to adjust the size of your chart, you can, whatever, it doesn't really matter. Okay. There's other formatting you can do. You could change the font size and color and whatever if you wanted to. I'm not really concerned about that right now. Okay, next, let's click on the Unit Pie tab. Okay, on the Unit Pie tab, we're going to create a pie chart using that same data. Okay, so we're going to start off the same way that we did before. We need to select our range. Our range is A4 through B7. We're going to go Insert, Chart. This time for chart type, let's select our pie chart. Okay. Let's see, what do we want to do first? First, let's change our chart title to Jump Ball Inc. Unit Sales. Okay, we'll leave that. I'll go ahead and center that. Okay, next I want to have our, so we'll do that, pie chart. Okay, our slice label. We're going to label each of these pieces of the pie. We're going to label those as a percentage. Okay. And then let's come down here and let's create a legend. Okay, our legend is going to tell us what each one of these colors represents. So let's set our legend. We'll set that over to the right. And that'll tell us blue is for sneakers, red's for basketball, green's for watches. Okay. That one's pretty easy. Okay, we can go ahead and adjust the size of this again if we wanted to. And position this chart underneath our data. All right. Last one is the unit called 2MO. For this one, we're going to add some data that's on the instructions. We're going to put in some data for February. So in column C, in cell C4, let's put in February. And we'll put in some data for sneakers. Let's put in 1,265. For basketballs, we'll put in 1,082. And for watches, we'll put in 712. Okay. And now we're going to create a column chart using this data. Okay. So it's going to be just like the last one we did. So I'll go ahead and follow along. I'll select our range. Our range is going to be A4 through C7. Insert, Chart. Okay, now you can see we've got two columns. One's for January, one's for February. Okay, my x-axis is product. I need to change my y-axis to unit sold. We'll do that in a minute. My chart title, let's go ahead and change that chart title to Jump Ball Inc. Unit Sales. Okay, I'm going to rotate these down here. I'll slant those to 30% or 30 degrees. Okay, my vertical axis. Okay, my series. Is that what I want? No. Data labels. I want data labels outside the end. Okay, there's that. It's not letting me insert a data label, so I think I may have to just leave it without. Chart title. Okay, let's put our legend. We can put our legend over on the right. Over here. Horizontal axis, vertical axis. All right, I think we may have to go and just leave that because I don't see a spot to do that. So we'll leave that vertical axis off. All right, we'll go ahead and leave that like that. We'll take this and we're going to move it over. Oh well, okay, anyway. I can't figure it out. Try one more thing. Nope. Okay, let's leave that like it is. Then you want to make sure that you save it as unit sales data, and you can turn that one in. Sorry, you got a little bit messed up down there at the end, trying to figure out how to put in that vertical axis, the y-axis title. But again, things are different on Google Sheets, so we just kind of roll with it. So here you go. Good luck.